All right, we are back. Now, I think we've taken care of most of what everyone wanted to do. Is there anything anyone else had left?
Other than talking to Aranis, no.
Right, right. Other than story-related stuff.
Not necessarily story-related stuff. Lafdul will probably have to steal another holy symbol at some point. In a
Okay.
week.
Yeah, because it will be about 2 weeks before everyone finishes up their training and is ready to, and the ship will be ready and everything like that. So yeah, if you wanna go out and find something to steal.
Yeah.
All right. It's a good thing that Ockar is off with his at his father's forge. What are you going to be looking for this time?
Uh,
How about that silver cup?
just any silverware, It's kind of like a go-to thing for him, isn't it?
Well, last
Yeah,
time
it's-
it's a, mi- this, this most
There's a
recent
mirror.
one
There's a
was
copper mirror.
Yeah.
There's a silverware shop.
I would say that you
Is
would
it of a
you
value
would
or
you would probably want to look for something very different.
Yeah. A woodworking shop then? I don't know.
Okay,
You'll look for something of value. In the
you could
workshop, like
go
a rare wood.
You could go to a carpentry shop or a woodworking shop and just try to palm a tool.
I wouldn't
Would
say
that work?
Okay.
It just has to be over a certain value, doesn't it? Or
I don't think it has to be any value.
I just got to steal something of some minor significance.
Yeah, I mean, basically, anytime you're wandering around, you could just steal something, like pick a pocket, steal something, anything like that. It doesn't have to be a big to-do. You just need to steal
like
something.
a coin.
Yeah, he fancies a woodworking shop this time around.
Okay. I think that to properly play the character, you would want to try to be different, every time kind of thing. But certainly, if it's time to get a new holy symbol, all you really need to do is palm a copper coin. Like underpay someone a copper piece.
Well,
or palm a gold piece. Do what's the? I'm trying to think.
All right, let's just say for I've been, for argument's sake, I've been learning how to do my gem cutting in a thieves guild, and I've been talking around. Is anyone looking to do a minor jewel heist or something? Or they've mentioned, just out and about earning their trade, I suppose.
Okay. You do
just someone
you do find a pickpocket who wants some assistance on trying to palm a couple small gems from a shop in the Great Market, a stall in the Great Market. He had someone who was going to help him, but they got caught doing something else, so now he needs a new partner.
In the Great Market, that's not within our guild's territory.
No, I think it is.
Is that?
He didn't actually learn the proficiency yet there, Asher.
What is was there any details on this? What does it mean? Just get a gem? Is he looking for someone to open a log, create a distraction? Or...
No, it's a what he's looking for is one of the grifter type things where you've got a mark and two people go in who appear to be unrelated to each other, and they distract the guy so that they can steal from him.
All right, so I'm the distraction.
And the Juggler's Men do have control of the Great Market, or I mean, they're fighting with the Red Masks to retain control. So yeah, I mean, you could be the distraction.
Oh God. Sure, why not? What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, sure. What is the worst that
You
could happen?
could get arrested and then...
I'm being sarcastic. Jesus.
The thing is, being the distraction's actually the less likely to get caught.
If you can get
As far
away.
as I know, I could not know that person.
All right,
That probably wouldn't end well for me.
Let me
Abandoning
pull up
other things.
some stuff to do this with. Let's see. Where
I'm
are...
overcomplicating this. Just need that new holy symbol.
Yeah, you are overcomplicating this when all you need to do... I mean, when I was talking about the coin thing, it's like, you go to buy something, and it's like, that grift where it's like, oh, can you give me change for 20? And, do you... here, let me give you this 5, that kind of thing. And you come out with more money through confusion and everything like that.
I used to rip those people off.
Yeah, fast talking. Do you have fast
That's
talking?
fish? No.
Okay, that's fair enough. This will just be.
What's all the other players' thoughts on me doing this kind of thing, just in general? Do you find it interesting or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I think you're overcomplicating it by quite a bit.
You don't need to do it I don't think you need to go to this length every time either.
Yeah, I was kind of... This was random. I didn't even plan this. I was just like, oh, I need a new holy symbol kind of thing.
Well,
Right.
the fires took up a lot of time, so I mean, it's only fair for you guys to get some time.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like in the mindset I'd rather push the main storyline than overcomplicate.
Well, then say no, you're not interested in this, and just go palm a woodworking tool.
Yeah, I'd rather do that.
Okay.
I don't on this session. I don't want to do it, but probably in a couple of sessions or something like that.
All right. I mean, it's up to you. Since you have to do this regularly, you should try to keep these as simple. You should try to keep these as simple as possible. But when you get the itch to have a little bit of an adventure, go for it.
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
Like
I'm
the
not
first
in
time
the
with
itch
the
at the
mirror.
moment.
Like the first time when you were getting the mirror, that was great because it was the first time we were seeing you having to do this.
But now it's like we just want to get it done quickly so we can get back to other stuff.
No, I'm kind of along the same thinking process as the rest of you, so I'd rather get this over and done with.
All right. Let's see. Okay. So you basically just head to a woodworking shop. Was there any wood items that you wanted to purchase? Since it might be better to actually purchase something and do this.
Am I doing this in broad? Oh, I'm not stealing. Then I'm. What am I doing? What are you defining me as doing, rather?
You're stealing. I mean, all you need to do is it's like they turn their back and you pocket an awl.
Midday. Oh God, I'm not great with pickpocketing. That's my worst skill.
Okay, well, I mean, you could do something different then. But
Let's see what he can do.
pickpocketing does tend to be the easiest thing to do to get a stolen item. Just FYI.
Just all right. Is there like a difficulty check on like really unvaluable, like kind of like just something I could grab?
It'll. I mean, I'm
like
not.
Say a wooden spoon, for example. I don't know.
Well, a tool is probably going to be
Something.
easier, but just something that's on a table. All you got to do is distract him a little bit.
And make
Hey,
sure
look,
I
a
don't
three-head
get
monkey.
recognized.
So, what's your charisma? Let's see.
Charisma's reasonably good actually. If it's 15.
Okay. Reaction adjustment of 3.
Okay,
That
okay.
is good. All right. So you just want to basically, the reason why I say, if there's something that you want to purchase, it tends to be, easier to distract.
Mm-hmm. Fine. Some kind of like wooden pewter jug thing. I don't know, wooden pitcher. You know, something a little bit of ornate
Okay.
nature that just happened to have got my attention.
All right. That'll be a silver piece.
Uh-huh.
And go ahead and give me a die roll on your pickpockets.
So 30, I think. Hang on, I just accidentally exited out.
That's a question. Are you wearing your equipment for this? Because that might actually
No.
make you sure lower or higher depending on that.
No, he
It's
would
like
have gone in without his
clothes.
armor and stuff like that.
I
Hey,
don't know what
we should get out of this because this is between Lafdul and his colleague.
Yeah, I'm just. I always lose these stuff. Oh, pickpocket. Oh, 30. Armor doesn't make a difference,
Okay.
apparently. Well, there's no minus because I'm with leather anyway, so it's just.
Well, there's no
a roll of
modification.
30.
There's no modifier for leather armor. There might be a modifier for no armor. Let me double check.
I wouldn't consider leather armor. Yeah.
Well, no, leather armor is null. There's no modifiers. When wearing no armor, you get a +5 bonus.
Yeah, +5 to pickpockets, +10% to move suddenly, +5.
Well, I don't have
Yeah,
stuff like an arm sling and stuff like that, so
No, no,
these are all like pluses.
You'll have
Well.
a +5, so you have a 35% chance base.
Since you're not wearing any of your armor.
Yeah. So
Here goes nothing. Oh god.
14! You steal something.
there you go. You managed to steal a woodworking awl. You pay for your thing, and you know, completely nonchalantly, smiling, friendly as can be, you take your purchase and leave, and you have a woodworking awl.
As your holy symbol.
Yep.
You're gonna get.
I
the
can't
bottom
remember what a
pull that
woodworking
out.
awl looks like. Hang on. What was it? Woodworking. How do you spell AWL? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, AWL.
Oh yeah, it's just a little chisel.
I know the Paladin's gonna be wondering why you're using a woodworking tool for a holy symbol.
Hey, you've got to click onto that. Come up with some kind of reason to, you know. But yeah, so I got that in an ornate wooden pitcher, I guess. You know.
Yep.
Half just decent.
Just come up with some weird reason why you need to change holy symbols every few weeks or something.
Just tell him that your deity likes change. He likes things to be different every time. You certainly don't have to tell anyone that you stole it, and if anyone asks, you could just say, oh, "Yeah, I bought it. I just go out and buy something every time. It doesn't matter. I just need to go buy something."
Okay.
White lying.
Yeah. You would have no
yeah.
you would have nothing against lying, you know. I mean, especially white lies.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Lying is sometimes necessary.
All right. So that's about it. So unless anyone has anything else.
Yeah, it's not against the law to lie.
Didn't Leva want to give courses in the evening?
That's you can. Well, what you can do. What I was suggesting that as was you could do that in order to trade for spells. So in other words, you teach some of these wizards not really courses or lectures per se, but you know you find a wizard who or couple who are interested in you know, this strange and unusual magic form called wild magic, and you show them the basics using cantrips and stuff like that, which are, you know, a cantrip could wild surge, but it would never cause a fireball, for example. And you just demonstrate the techniques and the theories behind it, and in return, they would let you copy a spell from their spellbook.
That sounds good.
So if you want to do that, I would let you get another first or second level spell from the player's handbook.
From the player's handbook.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have sleep?
And then you can trade the snowball spell for some more as well.
And yes, you could trade the Snorlax Snowball spell for either multiple Player's Handbook spells or one more unusual spell.
The problem is I don't know any more unusual spells, of any or more unusual spells. All I know is in the Player's Handbook.
Well, I mean, those are good spells to get.
Where did I find spells in the Player's Handbook? Spell list? With
Like
spells?
the whole.
You got
last
like Web,
half of
Stinking
them.
Cloud, Mirror Image,
there's
Agnes Sculpture.
There's a lot of. I mean,
familiar
number
with
one,
third
you
level.
you've got 2 slots for second level. You probably should get something combat related.
Yes.
Milf's
Climb?
Asadaro.
Spider Climb can be very combat related.
Well, let her decide.
Well, I had a protection spell in mind before. Where are they?
What is it?
Oh, here we are. Nah, that takes too long for me to find one. Why don't you suggest one or two?
Melf's Asadero is good. Flaming Sphere is good, but of course you got the problem of the Phlogiston. Stinking Cloud can be good, but you are at risk of fouling your air envelope.
Male's acid arrow is good.
Okay.
Wall of Fog, I think, is one that...
Yes,
helps
Wall of
refresh
Fog or Fog Cloud. Wall of Fog, I believe, is first level. Fog Cloud is second level. That allows you to refresh your air envelope. So you should probably get that.
it. And then Stinking Cloud to stink up an enemy's...
So
if reporting
if
them,
you
that would
if
be
you
bad.
want if you
Too
want
many people talk, I don't understand anyone.
yeah, let me give you my recommendation.
Yes.
Melf's Asadero and Fog Cloud.
In that case, I go for Fog Cloud.
Well, no, I mean they're common spells. You could get both of those.
Oh, okay. For one session of teaching people about wild magic, I get both.
And trading your Snorlax Snowball.
Yeah, okay. Let's do that.
All right, so roll D100 twice. Just 2D100 works.
Just a moment. Okay.
All right, so you get both of them.
Oh, okay. And what is it? D6 and D6 plus 1, or just?
I believe it's going to be Fog Cloud is a second level. Let me double check. Yeah, Fog Cloud is second level, so another D6. And plus 1 to each. So 3 and 4 pages.
It's 3 and 4.
Yep.
Okay.
How many pages do you have left?
Just.
All right.
Let me do that. With you in a second. Oh God. When we started this evening, I had 73 pages left.
Okay. Yeah, you got plenty.
So it's plenty. I have plenty more.
Okay. It's just that when you run out, you will need to purchase a new spellbook, and they are expensive. So, FYI.
Yes, I forgot to actually subtract.
All right. No, that's fine. I mean,
Made me for what was the Male's Acid Arrow?
Yeah.
And Fog Cloud. Okay.
All right. And you and Yeldin both had some information that you wanted the Seekers to search for.
Mm-hmm.
So we can go ahead and do that. Let me see where I put my notes on that.
Lafdul would be quite happy to hear back from that scroll. On the off chance, the really remote chance.
Well, yeah, but it also took a while to get to that.
I know it's been
crystal
about
sphere
2
and
weeks.
back,
That's why I
yeah.
thought I'd mention.
Well, it'll be 3 weeks now, and that is about the amount of time it would take to get there and back again. But at the same time, you got to factor in some additional days. So.
Mm.
Let's see. Where did I put my notes on that? Okay. Aranis welcomes Leva and Yeldin into his temporary quarters with the Seekers. He's not planning on staying here forever, but he's been, took a bit of a break from traveling around to do some additional research and other duties and stuff like that. And he welcomes you in, and he turns to you, Leva, after you've all have sat down, and Gallen's brought you some tea or something like that. And he says, "My dear, I had our researchers take a look through the records, see what they could find about your former master Thoriax. There's not a whole lot that we had here. You might be able to find some more at other Seeker facilities, but I was able to find an entry that some years back, many years back, in fact, I should say, he purchased a spell book and some research notes into wild magic, which I understand is your area of expertise, from one of our, well, actually not from one of our, I'm sorry, from an information broker on Refuge, in a nearby crystal sphere. If you ever find yourself out there, you may want to talk to him, see if there was anything else discussed. I did find some additional information that some 30 years ago he sold the Seekers. Let me see, where was that located? I think there was in a Seeker chapter house in Realm Space, although it may have been Gray Space. I'm not entirely sure. It was unfortunately that record was not very detailed. And he sold this information on illicit slave traffic in and around the Talangran Empire. Unfortunately, that's about all that I was able to uncover here in our archives.
May I have those names again so I can write them down?
Sure. So he does not have the name of the information broker on Refuge, but you could, if you find yourself there on Refuge, you can check around and stuff like that. I'll put the names in.
What crystal sphere was that to?
It's the crystal sphere is just called Refuge. The world in there is called Refuge.
Okay.
Okay.
Asking Aranis a little bit more information, he will tell you that Refuge is it's a small crystal sphere. It's home to a planet that is controlled by the arcane. They have major port facilities, spell jamming construction facilities, and things of that nature. It is sort of their local hub in the in the current in the nearby known spheres for a lot of their trading activities. There are arcane representatives here on Brawl, but for major orders and things of that nature, they send back to Refuge and ship stuff over here, kind of thing.
Okay.
And of course, the Talangran Empire was where you were purchased.
Okay. Is it known what type of information on the slave trade he actually sold?
That information is not stored here. Basically, when this kind of information is... Well, so the Seekers have like chapter houses and locales throughout the known spheres, but they have a central repository that is hidden and unknown, and that's where all the stuff is sold. But a lot of the chapter houses get kind of updates, so it'll be like just a really real brief note about some information and stuff like that, and then they can contact the home sphere, the repository, for more detailed information. But that takes a lot of time.
So, if I see this right, Thoriax actually dealt with the Seekers.
Yeah.
That's news. Leva didn't know that.
But almost everyone deals with the Seekers when they need information. Just FYI.
Okay.
So he told you also that the information was sold to a chapter house either in Realm Space or Realm Space or Gray Space. So if you
Yes, I
find
got
yourself in one of those two spheres, you can search out their chapter house, and they'll have a record of that as well.
Realm space. Home for my character. But anyways.
Thank you very much for searching for me. And if you find anything else, I'd appreciate it if you could let me know.
If I do come across any more information, I'd be more than happy to relay it. I will probably not be here for much longer. I do anticipate getting back to my journeys within a few weeks' time, but certainly if I come across any other information in my journeys, I would be more than happy to send it on to the chapter house here and have it left for you.
Thank you. Is there anyone we could contact when you are away?
If you leave a message here, they will try to get it to me as quickly as possible.
Okay.
All right, and Yeldin, he turns to you and says, now, the information that you were asking for, Neogi activities and the like in Realm Space at about... do you remember about how long ago in terms of time this all happened?
Let me check my backstory that I have written. I put that in here. Oop. That's notes.
If not, I would probably say that it was probably about a year ago.
He found Neogi bodies. 5 years. I'm still looking for him for 5 years.
Oh, so it was about 5 years ago.
Well, I was just seeing, okay.
I mean, if you don't have it written down, you can also make that decision on your own.
Yeah, I'm just doing some math here because I did write down an age for my character. 75, and then 10 years would be 80, and then 5 would be 90, and then what's my character's current age? I might actually adjust some of the times here.
Okay.
105, so... Yeah, we'll say 5 years. We'll say that he was 100 when... landslide when he figured out it was Miyagi.
Okay.
And that would give him time to learn a bit of the wild space common.
Yeah. So basically you'd asked him to search for any unusual Neogi activity from about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And he tells you, yes, we had a report from the Company of the Chalice that they attacked 3 Neogi slaving vessels in the Tears of Saloon. 2 of them escaped, but the one that they did manage to board and capture was they found rather unusual. It was a mind spider, and it had a bunch of slaves, but what struck them as unusual was that it had single individuals of various races. Here, let me take a look. He pulls out a piece of parchment from one of his pockets. Yes, this ship had an elf, a dwarf, a centaur, a weemik, a loxo, an aarakocra, a kenku, and a kuotoa. It's a very unusual mix of creatures. They never did figure out what this, what this meant. All the Neogi and Umberhulks were slain in the battle, so they were not able to ask anyone, and none of the slaves knew anything about it. Let's see. They also found some strange religious paraphernalia that they did not recognize. And also the Neogi themselves all had indications that they were slaves of other Neogi. So if you find yourself in realm space, you should probably look up the company The Chalice and see if they have any more information.
Yeah, this is out of character. You do remember he was a half-elf, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean...
Okay. I was just making sure that if he was supposed to be on that list.
No, he was not.
Okay. Definitely. So the company is a broken chalice.
Company of the Chalice.
Okay, sorry.
That's
Company.
okay. Yeah.
Uh,
The Company of the Chalice is... they are a lawful good organization, very, very opposed to slavery, and... paladins are common members of the organization, and they are very much about, finding the Neogi slavers and attacking them and freeing the slaves and everything like that.
Yeah, I can find out probably which way the ships went. How do you spell chalice?
Chalice.
Chalice. Thank you.
No problem.
Need to talk to find out. Sorry.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, you can just put yourself on mute while you're making your notes. And if no one else has any other information, then we'll basically just time skip to after everything is ready. The ship is ready and all the training is done. If that's okay with everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, believe so.
Good with me.
Sounds
like get
good.
my tea.
You want a tea? What kind of tea do you want?
I don't know. Just tea. Generic tea.
All right, let me see what Player's Handbook has for tea.
Doesn't
I think we had a bunch of tea leaves.
Well, I mean that's probably what it would be, but I'm not sure that there is an entry for tea leaves or tea.
We'll just have to go to the asteroid where they make tea and stock
Well,
up.
that could be our first journey.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it looks like there's just a shortage of tea going on right now. There's a shortage of tea. I don't know. You guys might need to check that out.
Is that an
Sounds
actual
good.
adventure hook?
I don't know. I just made it up right now. If you guys want to check it out, I'll come up with something. But in the 2 weeks that have passed, incidentally, we'll need to. I'm gonna waive docking fees since it's drop in the bucket compared to the repairs and everything like that. But you're in. I believe you'll need another week. So it was 5 gold pieces per person per night.
I thought we cut a deal for.
Yeah,
like,
but
a
it wasn't the
weekly
whole
cost.
time.
Mm-hmm.
So 35 gold pieces for each person.
35.
Room, board, and everything is covered. Ockar, you may not need to spend that because you're probably staying with your parents.
True. Yeah.
So 35, you said?
Yes, I did.
So my character's just staying with his parents.
Yep, that's fine.
Isn't Higgimus native to this, or I don't know if he had a place where he'd stay. Braxon.
He doesn't have a. I mean, he could like bunk with the Giff, but he doesn't have a home here, I believe.
Yeah.
No,
per se.
Higgimus and
I was just with the military before, so
Braxon
my ship
moved
got
here.
blown up.
Sorry. Braxon moved here from one of the nearby asteroids, so you know, it's not going back there.
All right, a couple of the things that have been going on in the last couple weeks.
right, price adjustment for arrows because I wanted to buy more arrows.
Yeah, just half price for whatever the cost is.
For flight arrows, which I believe are the ones I'm looking at, I believe it was like 6 silver pieces for 12.
2 gold pieces for 12 on Brawl for flight arrows, 4 gold pieces for 12 for sheaf arrows, half price for just the materials. You might want to write that down so that you know that anytime you want more materials, you can just self-deduct that.
I forgot
Was
the
it
most important thing.
Higgimus, you go first.
I forgot the most important thing. I need a bottle of champagne.
You need a bottle of champagne. All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Prisoner,
Let's
yep.
see.
That should come out of the group thing because we want to baptize the ship.
Christen it.
Oh, I see. That's what it's for.
How much does a bottle of wine typically hold, gallon-wise? Anyone have an idea?
A liter?
Probably 1 gallon.
All right, let's do that.
No, not quite. Half a gallon at most.
Oh yeah.
Less than that even, bro.
Hang on,
It's a
hang
liter.
on.
I'm looking it up
Oh.
right now.
No, never mind.
no,
Never mind. I think I can use Aurora's Whole Realms catalog.
2.3 gallons.
Hmm.
Oh wait, no, that's 12 bottles.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna check Aurora's Whole Realms catalog. I don't need to know anymore because I was just gonna take the price of a ton and then divide it, but this is gonna be easier. If I can find my friggin' folder.
Per 12. Oh, sorry. I'm not...
Yeldin, could you put yourself on mute while you're doing that? Alright, let's see. Wines and ales. Oh, of course, that would be in casks, barrels, butts, and tons.
But
Yeah, that's the thing. Oh, there we go. That would be 1. I'm looking for something that's, like, kind of
A case
common.
is 12 or 6.
Well, I'm just looking for a bottle of something that's just, common. All
Just
right.
make a guess.
We will just go with 2 gold pieces for a common wine.
Alright, sounds good.
So, the prices he gave me, right, they're going to be different for each area. So, the 2 gold for 12 and the 4 gold for 12 were for
That's specifically
Brawl
for
only?
Brawl. Yeah.
Okay, I was making sure for my notes.
All right, so the rumors that you hear in the meantime, while all this is going on, there was a strange humanoid corpse found in the leading jettison before it was fired off one night during this 2-week period. It was not decayed, but it was really foul-smelling looking and very unusual. The people who looked at it, no one recognized what it was, and it was subsequently jettisoned. So you know, if anyone was interested, they wouldn't be able to go and actually look at it, but they could get a description if you guys are interested.
Sure.
I think I know what it was, anyways.
No, you don't.
You're not the only one. I don't.
No, I mean, I think he was
shouldn't
saying,
know
he was
things.
saying out of character he thinks he knows what it is, and I can guarantee you don't.
Just change it.
Old, would you please explain it to us innocents who don't know anything about this, and who don't have the knowledge to know what it
No,
was?
I mean that's the information that I'm giving. But my point is that as the dungeon master, I created this thing out of whole cloth. I'm not drawing a specific monster.
Okay.
So
I thought it was one of the things we saw.
nope.
All the more reason that you explain it what it actually is.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone is interested in going to ask about it, you certainly can.
I will.
All right. In addition, there was recently 3 ships destroyed, or I should say that they've gone missing and they're believed to be destroyed. There were survivors from 2 of them, but not many. And it is believed that the third one was related. So the first ship was a ship carrying things related to bombards and firearms. It was on a ship leaving Brawl, heading to Realm Space, run by a small small trading house named House Calhane. There was a second one that also was carrying bombard equipment from a second trading house. And that trading house is Torlin. These are small trading houses. They generally have like maybe 3 ships at the most, smaller ships. It is known that these 2 houses and a third house are in stiff competition, shipping smoke powder, bombards, wheel-lock pistols, arquebuses, that sort of thing, to Realm Space in particular, but also Great Space a little bit. Most of their business is Realm Space, though.
Wait, grape space?
Great Space.
Oh.
And some other, one-off things, but their main routes are to Realm Space.
What was the third ship that we're missing?
The third ship was actually one of Brawl's own defense ships. And it is said that it went out looking for the cause of the first 2 ships being destroyed. So those first 2 ships that were destroyed, there were 3 survivors from the first one, from the House Calhane one, and 2 survivors from the House Torlin one.
Okay. It sounds like a PC problem.
The survivors claimed that the ships were destroyed by an enormous Scavver over 100 feet long.
Oh,
That
yes.
thing again.
Which is
Scavver.
completely unprecedented. Scavers usually don't get that large.
Okay, so...
You're going to have to explain what a Scavver is to me.
Space shark.
that's a
Okay.
short explanation.
We could actually ask Arinus whether he knows anything about that, because he inherited the notes from his friend. Maybe his friend had something to say, because he was researching into...
No, that was
Well,
something about something completely different.
Hang on, you're talking over Lever.
Sorry.
Well, he inherited the documents from his friend who was researching into those big space fauna, and maybe there was something in there. Maybe he heard or learned something about this. So it might be worth talking to Arinus about this.
Sure,
It's a
you
possibility.
absolutely can do that.
I don't know. I think megafauna are different than space sharks, and it was also the research was being done in a completely different sphere.
Yeah, but listen, I'm not saying they are or they aren't. I'm saying it might just be that they encountered something or they learned something, and if they did, then it would be in their documents, and if it's in their documents, then Arinus knows about it.
Certainly
Alright.
doesn't hurt to ask.
Yeah.
Never let's ask.
So I suggest we go to Arinus. I let you all in, so we can go to him all together, if you want to, and we go and ask him.
Yeah, seems perfectly reasonable to me.
Yeah. Braxon at some point would like to go to both House Calhane and House Torlane and see if either of them have a bounty on the giant Scavver.
Another idea would be to once again visit our good friends at the magistrates to see if there's a
Yeah.
reward
Yeah.
for the
Agreed.
downed ship.
All right,
We can
so
go and
also
get
there's
3 rewards.
there's a third house that is in competition with them. It's House Yelar. And there's definitely some rumors that House Yelar is behind this, that they somehow, hired a mage to summon or breed this giant Scavver or something like that. That's one of the rumors. There's other rumors floating around regarding that.
Here's a question: Have they had sent a ship successfully came back?
I'm sorry?
That third house? Has that third house successfully sent a ship that has come back?
They have sent a ship that was not sunk, yes.
Yeah, very
That
interesting.
makes it look. It could not be a giant Scavver after all.
So, I did. Did you guys see the picture of the Scavver that I?
It's pretty.
It's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got one eye.
It's cool.
Look at His Majesty.
So it's a space
And-
shark.
It's majestic. That's the word I was looking for.
Well, no,
Brax-
Look,
Braxon knows about those. He was warned about them as a child, and he knows they come in different colours. And some of them are deadly poisonous, and some of them are tasty.
Alright, so
don't
I
think
go
can
to
use it
Arinus
with
and I ask him, Arinus, we
could be
heard,
an illusion.
oh, actually we heard this story about different trade ships being, the ships were what? The people who were killed.
Yeah.
Let's finish the rumors first, because there
So-
could be more.
Well, she's decided to go talk to Arinus. So
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna go with that since she was the first one to say anything.
Okay.
So Arinus brings you in after the days after you've gotten your information about your earlier questions, and he says, "What was this about again? I'm sorry."
Scavver.
Oh, first I have just a question. Did you inherit the documents that your friend created while researching into the megafauna?
Yes and no. I'm personally not planning to continue that research. I will be giving them into the care of the seekers here. I'm taking some time to catalog the information, but I'm not reading them in great detail at the moment. But certainly, if there's a question that you have that is answered by them, and I know it, I would be more than happy to provide that answer.
Well, I don't know whether it would be mentioned in there, but it was worth a try. We heard a rumor that we are looking into now, that there seem to be giant, what's it called?
Scavver.
Scavers around, and we wonder if your friend mentions anything like that in his documents, because they seem to be much, much, much bigger than they should, than supposedly they are.
Let me think for a moment. He did not have records of a personal sighting of giant Scavers, but let me see. He gets up and goes over to some piles of books and scrolls and documents that are on tables and shelves in the room that he's using. And you hear him muttering to himself under his breath as he, flips through various things. And he pulls out one thing, and he says, yes, let's see. I'll help catalog some of the things that he encountered and heard about by creature type. And he did mention an old sailor's tale of a giant Scavver megafauna that sailed in its orbit around a sun in some distant crystal sphere, and it carried a world on its head. But he was never able to determine where this was supposed to be. It was an old sailor's tale that he had heard. I can't give you much more information than that, but let me see. He flips to another page. Yes. He did say that he had not personally seen this, but he was aware that there are large Scavvers that must have somehow evolved on an air world called Alabeth. Let me see if he has some information. This is me out of character looking for the exact size of the creatures
Okay.
here. So give me just
Fun.
a moment.